My name is John Rowland, Bar Chart's Head of Trading Education. Welcome back to another episode of Rowland's Trading Roundup, where you can better learn about the features and tools that Bar Chart has to offer. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button to get alerted anytime we upload a new video. Before we jump in, please take a moment to pause the video and read this important disclaimer in full. Any decision to buy, sell, hold, or trade any investment involves risk and are best made on the advice of a qualified financial professional. How can I apply the Commitment to Traders report to our trading analysis? So let's look at first two ways. The first way is we're going to look for extreme positions between our prominent traders, our commercials and non-commercials, when they reach historical high long positions or historical high short positions. Now this will be a potential signal that our trend is about to change. The other thing we're going to look for is inflection points where one of these large traders moves from being long to short, or long open interest to short open interest, or short open interest to long open interest. And this can be an indication of a new trend. So let's go back to our legacy report. And before we break this down, the next thing you need to know with the Commitment to Traders report is that the report designates long positions with a positive number. So if we see here on February 1st, for our wheat commercials, our hedgers, their position was 5,100, a positive number, meaning that they were long 5,100 contracts. And short positions are registered or designated as negative numbers. So if we look on January 25th, our commercial hedgers for wheat were short negative 32.25. Now from February 1st to February 8th, we can see that our commercial traders increased their open interest, their long position, about 2,800 contracts. One of the nice features that bar chart does for us is it gives us these two colored boxes. And notice that the light blue one says that the prior period value was negative. That is one of the things that we want to start looking for. When one of these large participants moves from a negative short position to a positive position. And you can see that on February 1st, we have a blue box, which is telling us that the previous position was negative. I moved from negative to positive. I moved from short to long. If we look at the light purple box, it says that the prior period was positive. In other words, we went from long to short. And you can see here, negative 32.25, and the prior period we were positive 51.60. In other words, they went from a long position to a short position. So here I'm in the Traders of Financial Futures, and let's look at indexes. You know, our S&P, our NASDAQ, our Dow. And here's the NASDAQ 100. And I wanted to show you that on January 4th, notice that we have a 52-week low, an extreme position, a negative 32 in our dealer intermediaries. Again, those are our large Wall Street type banks. So our Wall Streeters are telling us what? They're getting short. They're telling us that they believe that the price of the NASDAQ is relatively too high. Now let's look what they did. They maintained that short position over 3 weeks, And then on the week of February 1st, they went from being short to being long. So between January 25th and February 1st, it went from being short 30,000 contracts to being long 25,000 contracts. In other words, they bought 55,000 contracts. Could this be significant? Could this be the beginning of a new trend? That's what the Commitment of Traders report will allow us to figure out. If I go to the chart, again, I'm going to make this more granulated. This is a weekly chart. I want to break this down so you can see daily activity. Here is that January 4th date where our large Wall Street banks had the largest short position they had had in 52 weeks. Prices of the markets went down. Matter of fact, this was really close to all-time high. Prices of the market went down, and then what did they start doing? They started buying back their shorts and starting to get long. So here we see that activity, that they were buying a dip, buying back their shorts and getting long. Now, again, the report comes out on Friday. It's reflective of the previous week's price action. So before we could even react to this would be the following Monday. So again, this is not a timing tool. I'm not going to be able to buy this dip with them. But in this case, this now becomes a very significant low for us. Think about this. Wall Streeters have already told us that these prices are relatively low because they've gone long. And you can see that we did see a test just recently, early in the week, where we came back into this level where they were accumulating length, and prices are now back out. What we can take from this now is, if we're seeing a new uptrend, what will we want to see in the Commitment of Traders report on this Friday? We will want to see that either our Wall Street banks are continuing to add to their long position, or one of the other groups, maybe our leveraged funds, start adding to their position, strengthening this trend. If prices do not hold these significant levels, then that could be also a warning sign that we are starting a new leg to the downside. So if you're a bull to the market, you want to see the Commitment of Traders report on Friday, and you want to see one of our groups increasing their long position. If you're a bear to the market, now you know where the line in the sand is. We need price to break below this significant low before we can feel comfortable being short the market. Now, if I go back to our weekly chart, and let me kind of make this really wide for you so you can see what I'm saying. What are most of our traders' positions doing, right? They are decreasing, falling open interest, weakened trend. So what price action we've seen in the last 3 or 4 weeks, maybe this little dip bottom, might be a weak trend. And we can only say what could happen in the future. Again, if we believe that we're going to see a strengthening trend, we really would like to see these positions starting to increase, either increase to the short side or one of them increasing to the upside. And that would be kind of how we could look at the Commitment of Traders report in financial markets. I hope this video was informative. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure you subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, the good of all trading.